In this week's vlog tour, we are going around one of the most coveted, in-demand areas in all of Austin, and that is the Lake Travis area. You've got Steiner Ranch, you've got the Oasis, you've got Lakeway, so much more. So if that's what you're wanting to see in today's video, stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Frank. That right there is Mr. Caleb Reitmer, the best closer on our team at the award-winning JB Goodwin Brokerage right here in Austin, Texas.
Today we're going to Lakeway. I grew up here in my high school days. I'm super excited to take you here. If you want the beautiful, gorgeous part of Austin, this is the place to go. The hills, the scenery, the houses are all, this is the best part of Austin if you're looking for that luxury and beauty in your lifestyle.
Every week we put out tons of new videos all in regard to what it's like living in Austin, Texas, whether it's the pros and cons, the cost of living, comparisons of cities and states, vlog tours like this one of certain areas and neighborhoods, and so much more. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the little bell so that you're notified each time we put out a new video. And we've had so much fun ever since we started this YouTube channel. We've been loving the reach outs we've been getting from people moving and relocating here from all over the place. So if that applies to you, be sure to reach out to us, whether it's days, nights, or weekends. Email us, give us a call, shoot us a text, any time of day, any day of the week. We've got your back when moving to Austin, Texas. It's what we love to do. It's what we're good at. So we do it. I was asking Caleb to talk about is like, hey, what don't you like about this place? Because the last thing we want to do is come off as, oh, everything's perfect, everything as you want it, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, as in a super realtor-y way, because I'm aware of how that can come across. But when it comes to this area, Lakeway, when it comes to Steiner, when it comes to Westlake, all of that, aside from the price point, you really can't complain about anything. So yeah, I try to pick his brain and get some things that, you know, buyer beware or viewer beware, but it's one of those areas that's just flawless in pretty much every regard. So it sells itself like a Honda. So now we are at the Galleria here in the Bee Caves area, in the Lakeway area, Steiner area, West. It's all very kind of bunched together. I've actually never even been here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I did not grow up in this area. But Caleb's, you know, educating me a little bit more. I'm sure you'll have a lot to say, but my own first impressions, just kind of like an unbiased perspective looking in, is that it reminds me a lot of the Domain. And if you haven't heard of the Domain, it's basically one of Austin's most popular shopping centers. It has a bar strip, it has living, but I would say the Domain is a little more adult in the sense of there's a lot of young professionals there. Like I said, there is a nightlife. And my first impressions of this place, just as beautiful as the Domain, but perhaps more family friendly, where, you know, your kids can take their dates. You can drop them off and walk around. I see people in golf carts here. But yeah, very comparable in my opinion. And you're in the middle of, like I said, that luxury area in this part of Austin. And by the way, if you have yet to see our Domain vlog, be sure to check that out as well.
Like the Domain, the Galleria also has apartments. There's apartments all right behind it, lined up. So it's just an awesome area. You can get a little bit of that city feel with being next to all these shops and foods, and not even have to, you can literally walk everywhere you want. There's a movie theater in this Galleria as well. Been on many of dates there. So it's just an awesome place, but just like the Galleria, just on a little bit smaller scale, but there is living that is in the Galleria, just like the Domain. So I just thought I'd point that out to you guys. All right, guys, if you like food as much as I like food, the Galleria is an awesome place because we got All-Star Burger over here, which is just fantastic. It hits the spot every time. We've got Smoothie King back there. We've got Amy's Ice Cream. We've got sushi places. We've got pizza places. And we've even got avocado toast places.
Ooh, so, that's Austin for you.
That's straight up Austin for you. So get some good old avocado toast. Not for me, but for a lot of people it is. I'm more of a meat eater. I like my burgers, my hot dogs. Oh yeah, and we got Panera Bread. You gotta love Panera Bread. The bagels, Asiago cheese bagel. Tell them for the Caleb Reitmer discount. And if they give you something, that'll be amazing, but I don't think they will. So anyways, guys, come here, check this out. This is also a great spot just to take your family out for the day. It's gorgeous weather right now, and there's just so much to do. It'll keep you busy for hours.
Before we move on, be sure to comment down below with any thoughts or questions you have. We'd love to hear from you guys, or ideas for future vlog videos like this one. In addition, we'd love it if you would tap the like button, as it really helps our channel grow and tells us we're doing a great job providing value for you guys. So now we are in the neighborhood that we briefly mentioned earlier, and that would be called Steiner Ranch. Now, Steiner Ranch is master planned. It is one of the best that Austin has to offer. Now, master planned is something you'll find a lot more, I'd say, in Houston, for example, because Houston's a much bigger city than Austin. But in Austin, you still have some like this one, Steiner Ranch. You have ones like Avery Ranch. You have ones like Terra Vista. And within these master plan communities, you're gonna have schools, you're gonna have golf courses, you're gonna have stores and shops, gas stations. And something else I really like about Steiner Ranch is that it's along the Colorado River here in Austin. So you're gonna have a lot of waterfront views, and you're very close to Lake Travis. The only downside I can really think of, even though I'm trying to be objective and not just praise it endlessly, but really the only downside I can think of is the fact that, like we said, you are pretty removed from a lot of things out here. And in addition, one of the main roads that you take to get to this area is called 620. And 620 is notorious for traffic. They can no longer widen the streets with construction because there's all these stores near the road. And so certain areas of 620 are already horrible with traffic. If you keep going down more towards, let's say, the nicer, more gorgeous areas, it'll be more free-flowing, but give it 5, maybe 10 years, it'll be bumper to bumper as well. So take that into account. If you're someone who's going to be commuting a lot, you're going to have to allow extra time just to get to work if you're living in this area, if you don't work close by.
This particular part of Steiner Ranch, these homes that you can kind of see in the background, we're looking in between probably 5 to 600K in this area. Again, Steiner Ranch is so big, there's so many different, you can get upwards to $1 million plus, to anywhere lower to the probably 400 to 500 range is what you're looking at. A fun fact about Steiner Ranch is they are home to the UT Golf Club. So the UT Golf Club and tennis team practices in Steiner Ranch. There's only a handful, I think there's only 5 or 6 indoor tennis courts in Austin. So when it's raining, no one's playing tennis unless you're on those courts. And Steiner Ranch is home to, I think, 4 of those indoor courts. It's a rare find to be able to, and the other ones are in Lakeway. So it's either Steiner Ranch or Lakeway. But yeah, Frank and I were walking around in this neighborhood, and these houses that you can see in a normal neighborhood, kind of North Austin, the Round Rock, Pflugerville area, these exact same build houses are probably going to sell for, Frank and I estimated, around $350 to $375 probably. But here, we've got a listing over here with one of our agents, actually, from our brokerage. And these houses are actually listing and selling for in between 5 and 600. So this one was 580, and in this put into Pflugerville or Round Rock would be 350. And yeah, I'm not telling you that to discourage any of the buyers that are maybe thinking about moving here, because it is a great area, so it's worth the money. But if you do happen to live in the Steiner Ranch or Austin area, any of the surrounding area, the market is so hot. And if you're looking to sell and get top dollar, that's what we do, and that's what we also help people do. That we don't just help people move to Austin. We do love working with our buyers, but we also love working with our sellers from Austin. And if you need to move out of Austin, that's okay as well. So anyways, yeah, reach out to us. We love to sell homes and also help people buy homes. And a lot of times we can get your home sold, just like this home was sold before it was ever put on the market, to someone moving to Austin, Texas. So we can help our buyers out, like you guys, a lot of you guys probably watching the video, but we can also, anyone who may own a home in Austin, we can help you get your home sold maybe before you ever have to put it on the market to one of the buyers that's watching the video right now. Some people think it's okay to, try to, because the market's hot and there is a lot of buyers looking, to maybe put their house on the market and do a for sale by owner. And I get the logic, right? You want to save money on the realtor commissions and all of that. And there's a few things to think about, and sometimes it does work, but it's very slim. I think about 87% of for sale by owners end up listing with an agent because they can't get the price that they want without the agent, or they end up getting tied up in some kind of legal dispute in the contract, which there is a lot. That's why you want an agent on your side, because we understand the contracts like the back of our hand, and that's what we're here to navigate and also negotiate for you.
And be prepared to get swarmed with phone calls once that thing's on the market.
Yeah, as soon as you put it on the market, I mean, if you have a job or if you have any, kids, anything that you have to do all day, it's our job to take the calls and talk to the people and pre-qualify them, make sure they're serious buyers. That's what we do all day, right? So you probably don't have time to do that. That's one reason to use an agent. Another reason is we know how to go negotiate these houses. We know what's okay to ask off. We know what's okay to ask for if someone's trying to pull one over you. So honestly, a lot of the houses we sell, I'm selling for 3 to 6% over asking, which is the realtor commission anyways. So we pretty much pay for ourselves, and if not in the price, we pay for ourselves in time, and then also not getting you into legal trouble, right? There has been many times where in the contract, if you're not following to a T what's going on, you can get into legal trouble. You can get sued by the buyer, or the seller can get sued as well by the buyer. So
you don't want that.
you don't want that. I've seen it happen. It doesn't happen in a lot of cases.
No, it's not too common.
But it's possible. But having a broker behind you, like JB Goodwin and us, so we're under JB Goodwin. JB Goodwin protects you from any kind of legal dispute in the contract. So if something's wrong, it's not your fault. They can't sue you. They come after JB Goodwin, and JB Goodwin, we have a team of lawyers who help solve that. We make sure our contracts are airtight, and you're not going to get in trouble.
So reach out.
Reach out. We'll sell your home. We'll help you buy a home. Can't wait to work with you.
So now we are at the Oasis, and from where we just were in Steiner Ranch, it was about a 5 to 10 minute drive, even with the traffic on 620 that I mentioned is the downside of that area. And here at the Oasis, it really is a touristy staple of Austin. If you're not going to 6th Street, if you're not going to the Domain, you're going to the Oasis because it's multi-level. I'd say 2 or 3 floors. You get views of the beautiful Lake Travis. You have gift shops, you have coffee shops, you have smoothie shops, other stores in this area. It's really grown and developed, but the main attraction is the Oasis restaurant, and you go for the experience. In my opinion, the food is fine. The drinks are bomb, but the food is okay. But you're not really going here for fine dining or like 5-star meals. You're going here to just be at the Oasis. And on the weekend, something I really like is they open up the dance floor and they have like salsa lessons or different Latin styles. They get live music. So it really is the place to be. Something I really like about the Oasis is that you could take your girlfriend here, which I have, you could take your family, you could take your wife. It's great for birthdays, it's great for anniversaries, it's great for family reunions, really any occasion. But what's really cute is that you find these little locks around the rails, and it's a really sweet romantic thing to do whenever you take your partner here. While you look upon the water and let the sun set. When the sun sets on that water, it's absolutely gorgeous. So now Caleb and I have decided to sit down, order some drinks, and just enjoy our time here at the Oasis. Cheers.
We're here at the Austin Tennis Academy in Lakeway. These are my stomping grounds. I grew up here all of high school. I actually graduated from a tennis academy. As lame as that sounds.
It's fancy though.
It's fancy, and tennis is one of my passions. I love playing it, and this is one of the best facilities we have here in Austin. We've got a total of 12 courts plus 2 extra red clay courts, which is really rare to find. I think the only place you can get that other than here is in Horseshoe Bay down the street.
Only he would know that.
Only I would know that. But hey, if you like to play tennis, hit me up. I'd love to play and love to take you out here and hit on some great courts and a great facility. But yeah, I grew up here, high school, and I went to a great school here. It's called ATA College Prep. We had some great teachers and played tennis all day as well. So it was pretty great. This is part of the Spanish Oaks neighborhood, which is right behind me right here, is the entrance. It's gorgeous back there. It's a lot bigger than it looks. But they've also got the Spanish Oaks golf course, which is one of the nicest golf courses in Austin. And we've just got some great people down here. It's a gorgeous, just a gorgeous landscape all around this area. The Galleria is right down the street. There's multiple places you can go on the lake to take your boats out and have a great lake day. Go tubing, wakeboarding, surfing. That's what I do now.
And it's a lot of investable property too if you're someone who wants to just, watch something appreciate. What we're seeing a lot of is even like areas like Lago Vista, lakefront stuff that is around Lake Travis, people are just buying empty lots for 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way up to maybe 90,000. I closed one last year. And it's great if you want to build a custom home or just sit on it, let it appreciate, and then when everyone flocks here, sell it off and make your equity.
Oh yeah, and this place will only appreciate, guys.
Yeah.
The great thing about this area is it's really what's selling this place is the location and really the geography. You're not going to find a prettier place, and that's why people move here. It's gorgeous, it's hills, it's greenery, it's trees, and you've got the lake right there. You truly cannot beat it, and you can't find another place like this in Austin. Yeah. East Austin is not the same landscape. It's a lot of farmland, a lot of flat land. This is the only place in Austin. This and Westlake, in the Westlake Hills, are the only places that look as gorgeous as this is.
Yeah, this is technically, I would call this just luxury in Austin. This is where a lot of, if you're willing to stretch the budget, this is where you go. You know what I mean? This is where it's the most desirable.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are some affordable places here, but for the most part, we're looking anywhere from, 500 to the 5 million plus. I mean, honestly, plus. If you're looking for on the lake and you want a great place, there's 10 million plus homes there, and you can get a place on the lake for, I think 800 plus, like on the lake. But it is just this. You can't beat this place at all. Yeah. I grew up here. There's so many restaurants and great places to go. If I had to think of like a negative part about this place, the only one would be it is a little bit far out from downtown Austin.
Ooh.
Right, it's a little bit of a drive.
It is very isolated. Yeah,
it's a little bit of a drive, which some people don't like, but honestly, it can also be a plus because if you want to get away from the city and you don't there's not a huge amount of traffic down here yet. I'm sure there will be eventually, but right now it's a little quieter out here and it's gorgeous. But if you do like the city life and you like to go to the bars and hit up the Austin life, it's going to be a little bit of a drive from here. I would say it's honestly probably about 30 minutes from downtown.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit out here, but that is honestly the only negative I can think of.
It's interesting because it's you could describe that as a con instead of a pro, but it's really what brings a lot of people here. Like, they want the seclusion, they want the peace, they want to be removed from things, but at the same time, it's kind of like you're stuck. I mean, not even just downtown, but I mean, if you wanted to go to the Domain, if you wanted to hit Cedar Park, anywhere really in the greater Austin area, you're removed from everything. So yeah, it's a pro and a con. It's just depending on your lifestyle and what you guys are looking for, you know, when you're moving here.
This area has great schools. So Lake Travis High School, they've got great sports teams. They've got a great football team. They've got a fantastic tennis team. I think they won state a few years ago. They've got great sports and great academics there. Who came from Westlake, the football player?
Oh,
I think there was two. It's
yeah,
either
Westlake has produced some pros.
They've got some people going to the NFL.
But I only follow basketball, so.
Basketball, and I follow tennis, so.
Yeah, so not really our expertise.
Not our expertise, but anyways, guys, it's an awesome place. There's great education, beautiful homes, and just a beautiful area in general. And
Yeah.
I would highly recommend it. I spent all of my high school days up here. I drove all the way from East Austin to here, which is about an hour drive every single day to go to school here and kind of just spend my time here. But I did it for the education and for really the tennis, the training that I got to go play in college.
Scholarship.
And yeah, I did have a scholarship to go here. But guys, it's awesome. Definitely, even if you don't live here, I highly recommend you visiting and just enjoying the scenery and everything there is to do out here.
So whether it's Bee Caves, whether it's Lakeway, whether it's Westlake, whether it's Steiner Ranch, whether it's something right on Lake Travis, or you want something more central, whether it's the Domain, whether it's downtown, suburbia like Cedar Park, Leander, Round Rock, everything in between, what we love to do and what we pride ourselves in doing is getting you in that perfect spot, making your transition when moving here as easy as possible. But the only way we can do that is by you reaching out to us. So be sure to call us, email us, text us, any day of the week, any time of day, because we've got your back when moving to Austin, Texas. And once again, you guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We put out tons of new content every week, all in regards to living in Austin, Texas. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, ring the little bell so you're notified. Like the video to help us grow, as it tells us we are doing a great job providing value to you guys. Comment down below with any questions, opinions, or ideas for future vlog tours. And until the next one, you guys, we will catch you later.